Hi, this is Alex with Fourandhalf. Today we're going to continue with the part 2 of our Art of the Sale series, how to close more management contracts. On the last episode, we talked about the WIFM, which basically translates into what is in it for me. Understanding that as a salesperson will help you to get in the right mindset to close the deal. Also, we talked about the structured sales process. The episode today will focus on discovery. And basically, discovery is that initial first part of the conversation where you ask the questions and let your prospect talk through their particular issues, problems. So I'm going to kind of help you navigate through the discovery process and help you equip yourself to win the deal right through that first phone call. Let's go ahead and get started. So last time we covered the sales process structure, which is discover the problem, present the solution, close the deal, and then follow up. Moving forward, let's talk about discovery. So as I mentioned last time, discovery is really a way not to lose a deal before it even begins. This is this is the most important step in the sales process. So discovery really includes asking questions and actively listening to the answers. We need to learn how to turn questions like "What is your fee?" question into continue the discovery conversation, and also what discovery is going to be able to accomplish. It's going to set you apart as in through the emotional connection, and that's what's going to be your differentiator. So let's get into the specifics. We'll come back to the expert tip in just a minute. So what is active listening? Well, when somebody when somebody inquires with you and then you get on the phone with them, they obviously have a problem or also what's known as pain point or maybe multiple problems, right? They want someone to potentially manage their property, their largest asset. You got to get them comfortable about who you are. And the only way to do it right is to ask them questions and peel until you really get to the bottom of the problem. So what you want to use is something like, so tell me a bit more about your property. It's going to be the open. Once they begin their story, do not interrupt. Carefully listen and write down specific notes. More likely than not, you have heard this before, right? This isn't the brand new call and you're just learning about property management. You're the expert, and typically you would know what they're going to say. But still, you need to really get them to open up and discuss their particular issues with you. And what you want to do, once you ask them to tell a bit more about the property, and a conversation begins flowing, they're beginning to tell you their story, you need to continue to peel that and show that you're listening actively. For example, you should say, so you mentioned that you have an addition in your house. Tell me more about that. How many square feet? Or something similar to that, to this point. Keep peeling until you get to the bottom of everything. A good discovery should take about 20 minutes, no less. So let's talk about turning. Before you even earn the right to speak frankly with them, typically they will come up with a question, and the most common one is like, what is your fee? Or how much can I rent my house for? Something like, I want to handle my own repairs, with the condition right at the start of the conversation. You need to learn how to turn these questions. For example, what's your fee? Well, our fees range. We have different services and different plans. We start at 4% per month or 10% per month, and then we have different programs. But let me ask you a few questions about your property, if you don't mind. That's how you turn a question. You give them an answer that is satisfactory at this point in time to earn the right to continue speaking to them and asking them questions. So don't ignore the question going to discovery, but turn the question. If they ask you, how much can I rent my house for? Well, your answer would be, typically homes in your area rent from $1,000 to $5,000. It really depends on a few factors, but we've done a lot of work renting houses in the past. Let me ask you, how big is your house, or how many bedrooms do you have, or how many bathrooms do you have? You kind of get right in the discovery by asking their questions. So that's what turning means. You need to turn the question before you earn the right to do a proper discovery. Now, let's just be frank. No one ever listens these days. You want to be that person who has the best chance to win the deal. You have to be the best listener. That is all there is to it. This is probably the key step within the sales process. And let's just face it, property management became a commodity, right? There's 5 other guys, maybe 10 other guys down the street that do the same job as you do. Now, you may have the best processes, you may have the best systems, but resist diving into the presentation until you fully complete the discovery. You built that emotional bridge with your prospect. And when you do, I promise you, the presentation and close are going to flow in line. So take the time to do a proper discovery. Be polite. Be curious about their particular issues. Most others won't take the time. You have a chance of winning the deal. So this was the part 2 of our Art of the Sale series. Next part is going to focus on presentation, how to structure your presentation once you completed the discovery, how to structure your presenting your service to get the best chance to win the deal. Until next time, this is Alex with Fourandhalf.